The thought of shipping internationally, whether it was the UK or the US or wherever, Australia, really gave me so much anxiety. I had no idea what I was doing.
I am Mohammed William Saleh. I am her husband. She is my wife. She is
Sana Saleh, and we're both owners of Lala Hijabs. Lala Hijabs was created this year, and it is a modern, fresh look on hijabs using a tie-dye method. Everything is handmade. And yeah, we ship worldwide. We have customers in nearly every corner of the world. It's pretty cool.
We moved out to Toronto for my work. And then COVID happened, and I got laid off. And I don't know where you came up with the idea, but she just came to me one day and said, I want to try to do this tie-dye hijab thing.
You know how that started? I was on TikTok, and I remember just scrolling my page, and everyone was tie-dyeing because no one had anything to do. People were just at home in quarantine, and everyone was just tie-dyeing their clothes. And I just picked up some tie-dye and I did it. And that's when I came to you, because then I started wearing it on TikTok and people started asking, where'd you get it from? Where'd you get that from? I was like, you can't buy it anywhere, actually. Like, I just made this at home. And then that's where I went to you and I was like, do you think we can do this? And then you were the one that was like, let's make it happen. Being eco-friendly was one of the biggest decisions that we made before we even started. Everything that we use is compostable, and even though it is more expensive to do it that way, that makes us feel so good because it's like we are reducing the impact that we're having on the environment, because the reality is that fashion produces the most waste.
The brand is really all about kind of lifting women up, empowering them. And that's why
giving them options.
Yeah, the name Lala, actually, we asked our daughter, our 5-year-old, we said, what should we name this company? And she said, Lala Hijabs. So she's
our daughter named her.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't agree, you and me, on a name. Yeah. And then we turned to her and she said, Lala Hijabs.
So it's LA, right? And behind that, so we kind of sat down and said, what could we do with this to kind of wrap it around what our business is? And so the essence of our business is to live authentic and love always. We really wanted to kind of take the business and be able to solve a lot of problems along the way while still portraying our business as being something that is uplifting for women.
And every single month we are bringing out a new collection. So now we're gearing up for our first solid collection, and it's going to be charity based. So every single hijab that's sold is going to have a portion of proceeds go towards water well projects. We're so passionate about it. It's something that it's going to be through Islamic Relief Canada, who we have been working alongside for so many years. We love them so much. And so we just want to have a purpose behind the brand. We use Shopify as our platform, which has been like incredibly good to us. And then a lot of our marketing and our customers come from social media for the most part, I would say. I remember scrolling the app store in Shopify, and I typed in the word shipping. I'm pretty sure that's all I typed in. And I saw ClickShip. And the first thing I do, just like everybody else, is go straight down to the reviews. Didn't even read the description, just went straight down to the reviews. And I read through a few of them, and someone said, the one line that stuck with me was, don't even think twice if you're starting your business, just sign up for this. I wish I would have done it from the beginning. And then we had the influx of a ton of orders. Like, we sold out completely. And
within 2 days of launching.
Yeah, so I signed up for ClickShip, and Christine phoned me, and she walked me through my first order, and the anxiety went from here to like right down here. It was so simple. She had to do it one time, just explain it to me one time, and I processed every single order. I was shipping all the labels, like everything was printing so seamlessly. And I remember telling him, and I was like, this is life-changing. He's like, I told you so. I told you you'd figure it out.
And it always happens that way.
Yeah, exactly. Just having the options is fantastic, because there's some customers.
Give the options, right?
Yeah,
so
the options
easy.
are just amazing. Had we not come across this app, I don't know. I literally don't know how we would, the influx of the amount of orders we had.
We'd still be trying to print labels for 2.5 months ago.
The biggest tip that I can give anyone that wants to be an entrepreneur is to get started and don't be afraid of your failures.
You can't be scared of failure.
Yeah, you cannot be scared.
I mean, if you saw like how many hijabs we had to make to get to where we are right now.
Before we got to the ones that look good.
Yeah. The biggest piece of advice, I think, is that if you want something, go get it.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you.
Except yourself.
Except yourself. Your own
That's
limitations.
literally the only roadblock anyone would have is your own conscious mind that's saying, oh, I can't do this, or oh, that's too hard, or no one's done it before. If you see something and you want to solve it for someone, just go for it. Just do it. Figure it out, because you know, once upon a time, no one ever thought that there would be cell phones, or no one ever thought there would be
Exactly.
TV. Someone filled that void. So you can be that person. You just have to hustle.
For sure.